In this video, I'll be going over the differences between the 1964 film Mothra vs. Godzilla and its American cut Godzilla vs. the Thing. Distributed by Toho, Mothra vs. Godzilla was released on April 29, 1964 in Japan, while the US version was distributed by American International Pictures and was released November 25th of 1964, making it the first and for the longest time only film on the franchise to come out the same year in both countries, until Shin Godzilla did so in 2016. For no real reason, I'll be using the 2019 Criterion Collection Blu-ray to view the Japanese version, and the 2007 Classic Media DVD to view the English version. I should note that this version in particular has the picture slightly cropped. I don't know why they did it dirty like that, or maybe it's just how the dubbed version is. I'm not too sure. Anyway, with that said, let's dive in. Like the last movie, the Toho logo and the Japanese title cards are all removed in the English version. The Godzilla vs. the Thing title card is the one you're often likely to see when viewing the English dub version, though there are some versions of the film out there that have the Mothra title card. Also worth noting is that the music for the first time is actually the same in both cuts. In fact, Akira Ifukube's music is not tampered with or even replaced for that matter. I'm sure most of you already know this, but quickly for those who don't, this is the film where the Americans first heard Godzilla's iconic theme, which was originally put in King Kong vs. Godzilla, but due to that film's score being almost entirely replaced, we never got to hear it till this movie. Better late than never, I'd say. A shot of the Karada Beach sign is cut. The newspaper shots in both cuts are different. When the Shobijin show up, they say they're from Infant Island, while the dub has what I believe they're saying is Mothra Island.
We come from Mothra Island.
A few shots of signs are cut from the dub. Some more signs along with the moment of the Happy Enterprise celebrating their grand opening is also removed. A military meeting is removed, though half the scene would be put in a later part in the dub. One moment I'm sure many are aware of is the attack scene with the Frontier missiles. The scene is present only in the US cut. Now, it wasn't added footage exclusively for the American version. It was filmed and meant to be in both cuts. However, the crew at the time thought the Japanese people wouldn't take it too kindly that American weapons are hitting Japanese soil, due to World War II still lingering over the minds of many people. In fact, to date, this scene still hasn't been put back in any of the Japanese cuts of the film. If Shin Godzilla has taught me anything out of this, it's that Japanese people aren't really going to mind if American weapons are being used on their land to stop a giant mutated dinosaur in a work of fiction. I'm just saying.
Nice job, USA.
A scene with the Shobijin singing is cut short in the dub. When Torihata wakes up to see Godzilla, a small few seconds are cut from the dub. In the scene where Torihata shoots Kumiyama falling from the gunshot is replaced with a scene of Godzilla walking. This bit of footage is the same one used earlier. Some footage of the characters thanking the Shobijin are cut down. After the second military attack on Godzilla has failed, a scene with the soldiers is cut. At the end of the film where the Mothra twins are swimming away, the Shobijin saying goodbye is absent in the dub. Along with the final moment of the main cast saying goodbye also removed. When I was viewing the film side by side, I was really surprised in how very little was actually cut from the Japanese version. I want to say roughly 95% of the film is pretty much intact, with only a few signs and some unnecessary filler cuts removed. For dub lovers worried if any monster scenes are cut, you'll be happy to know that all the scenes are present in the American version. Hell, even more so with the Frontier missile attack scene being only in the dub. Even the dialogue is almost one for one with the original. As I stated earlier, Infant Island is called Mothra Island. The location called Shizonora I don't believe is ever called by name in the dub, other than being shown in the newspaper. And of course, Mothra's name, or Mothra as they call her, is constantly referred to as the Thing. Her name is brought up a lot in the original, while the dub only has it brought up 9 times, not counting the Shobijin song. The whole Mothra name change was simply for marketing reasons in America. Since Mothra wasn't as popular as Kong, etching her name out of the title in favor of the vaguely simplicity of The Thing left more of a mystery behind who Godzilla's opponent was. Despite the false advertising on the design of the creature, I really couldn't say if this was a successful tactic or not. Also interesting is that sometimes Mothra is referred to as a male in the dub.
It is the last weapon he has.
The voice acting for the most part is pretty good, though as a personal preference I really don't care for the Asian accents that often come up time to time. Overall, the American version is pretty solid. It's very close to the original with not many changes or cuts. Besides the newspaper headline, it really doesn't try to Americanize the film the way the previous 3 movies desperately wanted to. It doesn't add in any new characters, music, or extra footage. It just sticks to the source material and pays many respects to it. I just wish the other movies around it would have gotten the same treatment the way this one did. Though, sadly speaking, our next film does take a few steps back, as it does change some things around, and really not for the best. Thanks for watching towards the end, and I hope to see you next time.
Godzilla versus the Thing. Godzilla, monster of monsters, and the mysterious Thing defy man's mightiest weapons. See Godzilla versus the Thing in color and Terrascope.